Hello everybody. How you doing tonight? I hope the answer to that is joyful. So I would like to say welcome to Tracy Creating. I'm Tracy, and throughout this video, may you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. So I'm just trying to pull this up on another device so I can see the screen and also see who comes in the chat to say hello and if there are any questions in there as well. So just that is up now. So what you can see in front of you is a piece of A4 Yupo paper, which is this brand. Looks like this. Art Spectrum Yupo. Comes in a 10 sheet pad, 200 GSM and A4 size. So that is there. What I have put onto the top here, which I actually left on the other table, is a fine line masking fluid, and just traced out some lines, circles, some dots and some swirls just to have a bit of a play with these new colours. So they're from Jacquard. They're the Pinata colours, gold and yellow, sangria and coral. So how pretty are they? So I thought together they might look really nice. So I thought I prepared this earlier, so it's had time to dry. So it's had about an hour. Some of the thick parts, like right there, that just came up to a peak when I tapped on it. So a little cautious of that. These are all dry. So just the thicker sections, which I might just use the heat tool here to give it a little bit of an encouragement to dry off a moment. So I'll just do that. I'll turn it on. That was just a little bit of extra encouragement to help that dry or mask over. So now we'll get to, this is isopropyl alcohol in this bottle. It's a spritzer bottle. And also in this squirt bottle, which as you can see is an old Tydo bottle. And they have the little caps, which is what I love about them. And so I can squirt or I can spritz. I think we'll just probably do some squirt today. And I have some paper towel underneath to absorb excess alcohol ink. So, alright, there we go. Let's put some colour down. Now what I have learnt from previous times when I've done this is I'm putting too much ink colour, like alcohol ink, onto the surface, and then it's all too dark and pigmented, depending on what you're after. Oh, look at that. Hello, Mum. How are you doing? So this is the coral. So I think the coral would look nice in here. Oh, that's very vibrant I can't wait to see how it looks when there's been a little bit diluted. So this one here is the sangria. That works. And this one is the golden yellow. I think I might just grab some more coral and put that down. The sangria looks like a very strong colour. So a little bit around the golden yellow, just so that it's some areas there's a bit of each colour. And then we'll give it a bit of movement and put down some isopropyl alcohol. So this bottle here, and spread it around, give it a bit of movement. Oh my gosh, that looks gorgeous. That sangria, that golden yellow is stunning. It's lovely getting new colours and exploring what they look like. So potentially, I've done it again, just too much colour, too much ink. But that's okay. Once we know that the background is covered, we can come back, we can lift some colour and put a bit of other colour down in its place. So that looks gorgeous. Just getting off some, I'll break off a few separate pieces of paper towel. We may just lift some colour. Okay, so we'll come through just dabbing the colour on, lifting some up, and then coming back we will add some more of the golden yellow because we lost a lot of that. It blended in with the orange, not the orange, the coral. And just if it is too strong a colour, like you can see it there working its way around the masking, I still think it looks pretty awesome. So I might want to get some more of that sangria down for that beautiful colour. Excuse me. So I'll just use this paper towel here. It's already got some alcohol ink and some colour on it to move some of that colour. Move it around. Give it a little bit more isopropyl alcohol. And just try and focus on the areas that you're trying to put the extra colour. And some over here. Because of the masking fluid, it's also, if you're really gentle, you can try and keep the colour within the lines. Give that a little bit of a, just a little bit of a pat, because we don't want to rub it just in case we remove the masking fluid as it dries. Well, as it resists. So just picking it up on my finger and transferring it to another area that doesn't have a lot of that colour. I think that's really nice. Put a couple of darker sections in here where there's a lot of mixed Alrighty, so with that, I'm happy with that. We'll see how we go. And I completely lost your feed. Had to close YouTube and start again. Oh my gosh. Okay. You must have had a lot of patience to make that pattern. Oh, it did take a little while, but it's something that was really relaxing. So I actually got a little bit carried away with it. But I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes up. And we have Maxworld Entertainment. Good morning to you, Trey. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. We'll go with our party poppers. Popping away. Pop, pop, pop. Thank you. So we'll just use this heat tool to dry off some of this alcohol ink. So just making sure that I'm coming at it from different directions. Sorry, I don't really know. It's not easy to talk over that, so I don't know if you heard that. But I just try to make sure that I'm coming at it from different directions and also try and give it all as nice at even heat as possible. So that's it for the moment. We'll just give that a second to cool down. That heat tool does provide what was it, 200 degrees of heat coming out of that. So we'll just give it a moment. I think this golden yellow is lovely. The coral, I think the coral may have gotten a bit lost and blended with all of the sangria and the golden yellow. But I can see variances in shades of colour. So that's awesome. But I really do love the sangria. So that's exciting and new for me. All right. So that feels like it's cooled down. That's a really good thought. I'm going to just put that over the top and we'll give it a bit of a wipe, just because there are some areas where the alcohol ink sits on top of the masking fluid, and that's just kind of encouraging it onto the paper towel instead. Okay, so So now let's have a look. We'll try and pick up this corner. Most of this is connected. So hopefully, as we pull off the masking fluid, we should see a lot of it coming up at one time. And it's snapping away, so you can see here the white of the Yupo paper underneath. Sometime soon I will try and do a design underneath, let it dry, then put the masking fluid on top of that, and then alcohol ink on top. But just to see what we get from the underside coming up. Let's do it. Absolutely. I was hoping that a lot of it would come off in a big line, kind of like that one did. Let's do this spiral. Oh, that's cool. Ah, I was hoping to get all the way. And to the center. I think I would like to grab the top of that, pinch it in, and stubborn. There we go. That's looking really cool. And I'm happy, like the white of the original Yupo paper really does just pop out from those colours. There we go. Oop, dropping it all over the place. Okay. Just rolled up some. There we go. I don't like to put my fingers all over my art pieces, which is why don't really want to take my gloves off to do this. But I'm just trying to find a clean section of finger and rub it along and loosen up that masking fluid. There we go. So that's pretty much that section. Yep. That's trippy. That's fun. Okay, let's test out this side here. So we'll start in the corner here. Come along and see how many of these strings we can pick up. Not many in one big thing. Okay, let's see. Hey, that looks cool. That was awesome watching all those go. That's much quicker being joined. Yeah, well, I thought it would be a little easier on the rubbing and the grabbing of each individual piece. But as you can also see, I did get carried away with my pattern design, and I do have individual dots all over and everything as well. So another spiral here. That is cool. We can just quickly so that's what it's like to just go from dot to dot, picking it up. So for this section, let's see about just rubbing it off. It does seem a little bit more aggressive, but it just depends on what you prefer. If you prefer to use it as another relax time and want to pick it off gently, slowly, let's see how many lines we can get in this one. Or if you want to just rub it and get off as much as possible, as quickly as possible. Okay, coming around the final stretch, let's see. Oh, oh, that's so cool. This is really fun stuff. Hey Mandy, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'm so glad that you made it. So these colours are new Jacquard Pinata colours for me. Excuse me. So that's why I thought, well, we'll try them out. So I did the masking fluid on the Yupo paper prior to the video to let it dry and put the colours down. So now we can see how they go, and I'm loving them. This deeper, darker colour here, this is Sangria. I'm thinking it's just gorgeous. So nice to have a couple of different colours. So coral is another one, and the golden yellow. So, and there we go. We have Miss Doris. How are you? Good morning to you. Here's another one that we might get a few strips up in one hit. Pulling that. Oh, this is going where I didn't expect it to, but that's okay. Come back down here. At that corner. So I did give this one like a border. So that's nice. We've just got the little dots in there, which we'll come back and do. So get a nice grip. Here we go again. Come on, colours. There we go. That is so cool. It's really fun to explore when you use things for the first time, to explore them a couple of times over with something you're comfortable with, and then to explore them really differently. Like, I'd like to see how much more we can do with this masking fluid. So that's why I mentioned that soon we'll do one with a coloured background, then the masking fluid, then the alcohol ink. So I'll rub these ones. It's just individual little dots in those circles. And these ones here as well. There we go. This is fun. You're having a great time watching the colours, the lines reveal. Awesome. There we go. So we're just down to this circle section now. So this is going to be, I think, more of a vigorous rub than anything else. So, and also, as mentioned before, if this is something that you want to do that's just relaxing to you, and you want to take the time to sit there and pick off individual pieces, absolutely. But if you want to, if you find more satisfaction in rubbing off the pieces, it could be the sound that you like, because it does make a weird sound, or it could just be that feeling underneath your fingers. So, dot in there. So that's what that starts off like. So I'm going to now jump in and rub. Some of these big ones are coming off really easy with that. Okay, so rubbing now. And I think it's kind of like blue tack. You know, if you get blue tack and then you can use other blue tack to help get the last of the remnants off. There you go. Good. Does it have to be removed straight away, or could you leave it till later or tomorrow? I do believe it does say remove as early as you can. I think that may have been the other one from the bottle though. I'm not sure. I would have to check that and get back to you. Some of these are connected. That's pretty cool. Right. Go back to rubbing, and then we're pretty much done. So then it'll just be having a look at the finished results. And so if you have any more questions, pop them in the chat box now, so that with any delays or lags, I'll be able to see it before we do sign off. And I'd also like to say, please subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, learned something new, or been inspired to create. And yeah, I really appreciate all you guys being here. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Just feeling over it now. And all right, I can't feel any more of the masking fluid. So from that point on, look at this pile. So that's what it looks like, all this mess. Okay, so before I do the close-up, hello, hang on, I've just got to let the dog out. Yeah. Okay. Grab the paper towel. And just give you a bit of a clean background. I can reuse the paper towel for my next alcohol ink or something else, but this way you're able to see what it looks like without all the mess behind it. And there we go. That's really neat. Thank you, Mandy. It turned out really cool. Thank you, Trey. So let's have a look now. So I love the border. I'm so pleased with that idea. Just a couple of swirls, spirals, flowers, filling in space with those different colours from those new alcohol inks. That is fun. Alrighty. So let's check on the comments. See if there's any further questions. You got a full view there. How awesome is that? Alright, stop wobbling, please. Okay. So pretty. Thank you, Doris. We'll be watching the replay. Thank you, Mandy. Be able to see the colours as I put them down and then added into specific areas. So yeah, all right, have a good night all. That is sweet. You too, Mandy. Thank you so much. And you guys are amazing. I love all you guys to bits. And you know, thank you so much for those that come afterwards and watch the replay. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And yeah, so I'd like to say, if you have to go anywhere, please take care and good night, Mum. And it is important because you are important. And so from myself always, be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.